Okay, hello guys, and today I will be showing you how to get the custom Half-Life 2 Combine HUD like I have here. I will be showing you how to get that in Garry's mod. So first, you will need to go to Steam Workshop and find this add-on, this mod, Half-Life 2 Customizable HUD. So once you get it, it's made by Gmod. So once you get it, you go into Garry's mod and you hold C, the button C on your keyboard. If just as if you wanted to select a player model, and you go into scheme settings, and it should look something like this. So you will probably have the default Gmod, the yellow Gmod one. So if you want to, have it like me, you need to open the Entropy 02 one, and it should look something like this. Right, so if I apply it, you see that I will have the default Entropy 02, like scheme. So to make it look more realistic, well, you can either keep this if you want to, but since I also want it to be colored depending on what player model I'm using, for example, if I'm using like the standard Combine soldier, I want it to be colored blue. If I'm using the Combine shotgunner, I want it to be orange. If I'm using the Combine lead, well, it's going to be white, but I'm going to improve it. And for Half-Life Alyx, like these ones, I usually just reuse the blue one, like I have the Combine Ordinal right now. Yeah, I just reused that. But anyways. Next, what you want to do is you kind of want to change the colors. So let's just say I would want it to be like this blue. So I'm going to change all of it to the blue color, like where's the gray or white, I'm going to make it blue. Selection text, you also want to make that blue. HUD HUD icon red. Empty weapon, let's also make that blue. Squad member also blue. Squad member added. Zoom reticle color. We can test it out like this. See, it's blue. And to also make it more realistic, you go into HUD layout and you change like the stuff to, for example, I would change Steam dose to bio signal to make it more accurate. The suit I would rename to I apologize. I would rename that to body pack. Ammo, whatever, it's in check. I'm going to rename it to English. Secondary, yeah, you can basically kind of rename whatever you want. If you would click apply, as you can see, we now have it like this. And then you can also change the presets. You click save as, then you name it whatever you want, and you click OK, and it's going to be saved. As you can see, I made some of my own So this is like for the normal Combine. This is for the shotgunner. It's orange, or it could also be used for the APF, for example from Half-Life Alyx. You have the one for Combine Elite, which is like the modified Entropy 021. This is for the Overwatch Elite. Then I made one for a Metrocop. Just like this. And then I also tried to make some for, like for the beta Combine from the Half-Life 2 beta. You know, so I tried to make it like a more dark and gritty, more industrial, as you can see. So it really depends what player model I'm using. But for example, this one would be used for this soldier, this brown one I have, if I would be using this player model. This blue one I would use for like the standard Combine, or also the Combine Ordinal that I have as player model right now. Also, to make it more immersive, I downloaded another add-on, the player footsteps, and here you can select what footsteps you want. I have the Combine footsteps, so you can also use that to make it more realistic, so that you're basically playing as the Combine in Garry's mod. And also I'm using first-person legs, as you can see. And I also got the matching animations for the weapons. This is a replacement pack. It's using the Entropy 02 animations, which I think are really cool. The weapons are also much more detailed. It's much better than the default, really kind of stiff, you know, Half-Life 2 animations. So yeah, so that's what I'm basically using, and yeah, so just wanted to share that with you. Just in case, you know, some of you were wondering maybe how did I get that like custom HUD and whatever in my videos. Well, that's how, and it's actually quite simple to do it. Once you become familiar with this menu, it actually becomes quite simple to make like a custom HUD of your own. And that's all I wanted to say. So, thanks for watching.